This garden space in Holdrege's South Park is beautiful now, but it hasn't always been that way.
I used to be on the tennis team and we'd play at the courts in South Park. And the courts are right next to the garden. And so I would always see it and be like, oh no, it has so much potential. Someone should really do something about it, fix it up. And that someone ended up being me.
As a sophomore in high school, Christine was part of a group called Youth Engaged in Leading Phelps, or YELP. Part of being in the group is helping with community projects. She created the platform called the Bumble Project. Then, after she had the space secured, and a lot of hours of work later with family and friends, the pollinator garden was ready.
Well, the first year we did it, we didn't have the signage. We just went out there, weeded and tilled the garden, planted some flowers. And I knew while it was helping pollinators, because bees and butterflies are there, it wasn't enough in the sense that people would walk by it and see just a garden and not see kind of the point behind it or why it was there.
So she applied for a grant from the state and secured local matching backers to help pay for the main sign as well as labels on the various plants in the garden.
And that has been such a huge improvement in the garden because people have been coming up to me and being like, oh, I never knew this flower was a pollinator, or oh, what kind of flower is that? I'll plant it in my garden next year. So it's really accomplishing the goal, I think, of letting people know the importance of pollinators as well as showing them how easy it is to incorporate these plants in the garden.
Now, after the second full summer of this project, she says it's been fun to see all the beautiful creatures that temporarily call this site home.
It's been really rewarding, I think, to see how quickly bees and butterflies have gone to the garden within, I think, 3 days of planting the first flowers. In 2017, these tiny little baby flowers already had attracted bees. And then to continue to see the garden grow, the flowers get bigger, and more bees show up. It's just, yeah, it continues to be more and more rewarding throughout the years.
We've had fun with it, and Christine, it was something that I think, that she really had a passion for, and it was a project that she took on and made it go.
A recent addition to the garden is this donated bee hotel. She says that certain types of bees, like the mason bees, don't live in hives and like places like this to live alone. Christine says the idea of the Bumble Project can continue many, many times over if others want to mimic this space. She offers some advice on those interested.
Well, the garden should be pretty helpful in gaining ideas on what to put in your pollinator garden. It'd be as easy as spreading wildflower seed to planting different seasons of flowers. In the garden, we have all three seasons, spring, summer, and fall covered. So there's blooming throughout those times. And I think just take a look at the garden, find some flowers you like, see what seasons they bloom in, and then try and get one kind of flower in each season. And you should have a good little pollinator garden.
Great advice. Brian Gnuse, NTV's Good Life, Holdrege.